Well, gang, it looks like we got another mystery on our hands. Guys, hide your kids, hide your wives. This is the least I can do. I can just give you a warning. It's up to you to take it literally or not take it at all. No diddy though, but we're gonna be diving deep into this topic. If you guys are new here, you do not have to like, you do not have to subscribe. I post random stuff, and today we're gonna be diving deep into different alien kinds. Yay, you might have heard about the little twats, these gray aliens, these bozos, these twats out there, the tall whites, the tall grays, the Nordic aliens and all that. Yeah, we're gonna be diving deep into this one, and let's actually get it on with it. Shout out to Project Blue Book, that's literally the channel's name. And I also do wanna, I'm gonna play this clip for you guys from Paul Haler. At least 4 different alien species have been visiting Earth for thousands and thousands of years. This is what he said, and he was one of the most credible person with credentials, very good credentials. He was the Canadian Defense Minister, okay, not the 51st state. Guys, come on now, right? We're gonna get down with this one here. First of all, check this out, roll it.
As with other intelligent species present, the differences between the tall blondes and the Nordics may seem minute. They're not. As with other intelligent species present on Earth, ranging from agendas and appearances, they're diverse and not the same at all. And it is important to understand the differences.
Alright.
Let's explore.
I mean, to me, an alien is an alien, bro. Like, F all with the differences. As long as the alien don't bite me and the alien let me pet it, that's all that matters. I just want to pet it like a good old chihuahua, man. That's all that, yeah, man. Hopefully, we're not gonna get petted by them, but...
Hi everyone, and welcome to Project Blue Book, where we explore all things unidentified. I am Thor, and thanks for tuning in. I must...
Thor from Asgard, or what?
Make a declaration first. There's a common misunderstanding about tall blondes and Nordics that has been interpreted and misused to support an ideology of white supremacy. It doesn't at all. This has been going on since the occult days of the Real Society in England and Germany, the pre-dawn of Nazi ideology regarding the Aryan race. It is nonsense. If I were to pick a species superior to all others, based on what I know, I wouldn't pick Nordics or tall blondes, or reptilians or tall greys for that matter. No, I would pick an insect-looking creature, a praying mantis, as likely to be most intelligent, most powerful, and perhaps most ancient intelligent life form to interact with Homo sapiens.
But why?
We live in a world of spirits, a world of multi-dimensions filled by multiple life forms, manifesting in a universal material world. And that is all we see. With this in mind, I will discuss the evidence observed by those who bear witness on our behalf to the differences between the tall blondes and the Nordics.
Okay.
Let's first establish the source. There are testimonies of eyewitnesses, abductees, including people who have worked with tall blondes, and others who have encountered Nordics. And there are also those who have observed both of them through remote viewing. Through comparisons between them, we can establish commonalities that support a baseline of facts.
Now, the remote viewing part to the normies, that's gonna sound insane, right? Any normie watching this video? Cause I'm certain if you're clicking on this video, most of you guys are hardcore. Pause real quick, but you are actually a history buff or perhaps an alien buff, right? You know a lot of stuff. You perhaps done your research and all that, right? How many of you believe in remote viewing? Every time I ask this question, there are a lot of people say they do believe it. So, but to the normies, it's insane. It's an insane thought. But I want to play you this clip in a second, so it's gonna make a whole lot of sense.
While our knowledge of an unexplained phenomena awaits the arrival of transparent proof. Charles J. Hall was a weather observer specialist with the Air Force, stationed at Nellis Air Force Base outside of Las Vegas. He spent 2 years in the desert in the 1960s on the gunnery range at Indian Springs, Nevada, where he first encountered and later worked with or for tall blonde aliens. Charles has a triple master's degree in thermal physics, applied nuclear physics, and in business administration. He also did postgraduate doctoral work at the University of Maine. Buddy Holton is a remote viewer who lives in Brooklyn. His psychic and kinetic abilities have been studied by scientists. He can bend metal. He is a psychic healer, and his remote viewing has proven to be extremely accurate. He's had non-human intelligent beings materialize in front of him.
You're telling me he can bend metal? Say psych right now. This is like Stranger Things right now. You know, with the L character, she can like and bend stuff, lift stuff, and throw stuff away. Nah, bro, say psych on that one. Man, but it is true, over the years we have heard about the 9 feet tall alien, the 10 feet, the 8 feet tall alien. That Las Vegas, I believe that crash happened. It was caught on the police cam as well. That something crash landed, right? And a family claimed that they have seen 9 feet, 8 feet tall creatures in their backyard. That story was trending. It went viral. We covered that too, right? That was one of the most recent story, and whistleblowers have come forward. They said that Dr. Stephen Greer also said that. A lot of you believe him, a lot of you don't, but other whistleblowers have also basically corroborated and said the similar stuff, that some of them are 8 feet tall, some of them are even 3 feet tall. Bruh. And there's also 1.5 foot tall aliens too. Brad, that's crazy, right? Insane. And as we what the hell was that? Look at that. And as we're checking out these UFO sightings, sheesh, man. Man, we deserve the truth, bro. We demand the truth. We demand answers. We demand answers. The public demand answers. I guess if 1.5 foot tall aliens exist, and if 3 foot tall aliens exist, let's hope those are not carnivores. Let's hope those are vegan, and we can maybe, you know, tag team with them. Perhaps hit them up with some head scratches, pat them down too, and make them feel all good and crap true. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not that bad after all. Some of us are, but most of us are not. We're very friendly. We're very curious. Yeah, let's tag team, man. Let's tag team.
While in the company of other eyewitnesses who corroborated the event. Other sources include Joe McMonigle, David Scull, William Burns, Brian Hunter, George Adamski, and others. They've been here for a very long time, possibly 260 million years. The Nordics allegedly come from the Pleiades star system and from Sirius A and B. They belong to a Type 3 civilization, permanently inhabiting their own as well as other solar systems, including ours. The tall blondes, on the other hand, come from 82G Epsilon Eridani, also observable at 80 light years away from Earth. While Pleiades...
What about Zeta Reticuli? Because Zeta Reticuli is one of the star system that I believe is 39 light years away, and that has been brought up by Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar, and he claimed to have worked at S4 at Area 51, and Eben is their race called, just like us humans are referred to as Homo sapiens. Apparently, if true, listen, this is not my opinion, this is what's been claimed, right? If true, they are referred to as Eben. And there was also Project Serpo, and Project Serpo has a lot of holes in the story. That's more like a conspiracy theory rather than actual truth. But if you know about it, you know about it. If you want to know about it, I may make a video. Should I make a video on Project Serpo in the future? Let me know, guys.
Pleiades is a whopping 444 light years from Earth. While Pleiades is a whopping 444 light years from Earth.
Damn.
Sirius AB are pretty close, only 8 light years away, and for comparison, Zeta Reticuli,
there we go,
where the tall grays may have originated, is 44 light years away.
44?
They're all our
last time I checked, it was 39.
Neighbors in our galaxy, the Milky Way. There are millions of galaxies. Many look at the tall blondes and the Nordics' quote-unquote earthly appearance as a sign this is all a made-up nonsense, because they look just like us. And they shouldn't, and they couldn't, if they are of extraterrestrial origin.
Now, it is true that some of the whistleblowers said that some of them, not all of these alien bozos, not all of them, but some of them look closer to us, whereas it's gonna be harder to tell the difference. And it's also reported that some of them may look like the Men in Black. Yeah, Men in Black. Nowadays we don't necessarily hear about them, but yeah, like decades ago that was a hot topic too, that if you claim to have recorded a UFO or an alien twat on camera and you were claiming to reveal the truth about it, or you were talking about that crap, that Men in Black would show up. And a lot of them, the people that encountered them, they always said that they were expressionless, pale, tall, no eyebrows, and you know, all these characteristics. And this is something that the whistleblowers has also talked about. So what if some of them do look like us? And that's the claim made. So it's interesting as to this man saying otherwise. I mean, it's good. Like, I like different takes for sure, but is it true? Is it true? I mean, truth is more important than he said and she said, right?
This argument, of course, discounts what we know about physics and the material universe, which is pretty much made up of the same stuff, which means water is the source of life everywhere in the universe, and carbon is the construction material for matter everywhere in the universe. And it also disregards the possibility that propagation of life across our galaxy may have been influenced, if not directed or orchestrated. Therefore, let's pause and think about this from another perspective. They, the tall blondes and the Nordics, they don't look like us. We look like them. And we look like them because we are them, partly by design. Through their presence on Earth, reaching perhaps 270 million years back in time.
Oh man, I did not see that trap card coming in, man. I did not see that. Holy smokes, it ain't no damn joke. Okay, I see what he did. So it's like, yeah, I was talking about whistleblowers claiming that some of them look like us. He was like, nah, they don't look like us. We look like them. And of course, there's a whole lot of stuff, conspiracies, theories that Anunnakis made us and all that, and hybrid stuff, this and that, humanoid, this and that. We may have to make a video. I think I'll eventually make a video on the Anunnakis because a lot of people really entertain that idea. And I mean, I get it though, like conspiracy theories, right? Or conspiracies, people love them. Yeah, we'll get down to it, but it's insane. What if it's another one of those questions? What if we look like them because they made us? You know, I don't believe in that. I don't believe that they made us, but imagine that's true. But I don't personally, like me, my opinion, I don't believe that, but I could be wrong for sure, right?
Time. They've been able to visit our ancestors of the Homo sapien family, and before them, Homo erectus, Neanderthalis, Cro-Magnon, and likely more, in order to influence, evolve, and manipulate our DNA. The missing links that anthropologists speak of are missing only for the reason we don't recognize them. They are off-planet DNA links, spliced into the code of Earth-grown primates in order to create us. Scientists on Earth have confirmed two things. There are Homo erectus remains dating back over 70 million years, which means humanoids walked Earth among the dinosaurs. And they have confirmed our missing DNA links have no explanation available. Nothing in the evolutionary history on Earth explains the sudden appearance of Homo sapiens less than 200,000 years ago, or the reason for our evolutionary jump, a major upgrade in our capabilities intelligently that basically turned us from hunters and gatherers to farmers and mathematicians and astronomical observers.
Crazy.
Dating back no more than 40,000 years.
I mean, it really is a wonderful theory. I'll give that, because and also another conspiracy theory is that between the 1900s, like 1900s to now, we advance insanely fast in comparison to 1800 and 1900, and ever since that Roswell crash, we advanced like crazy. It is claimed the reason for that is because we were given and we've taken technology from these alien twats that, and we've had their UFOs and all that. We reverse engineered that crap, and we have essentially reverse engineered that crap, and that's why. And we were given technology from that, and there's also like darker conspiracies theories as well, whereas we made temporary truces with some of these alien races, and we've done those exchange programs. Not my opinion, this is something that whistleblowers have talked about, okay, that we apparently some of these alien races claimed we'll give you our technology, but in return, we need to abduct some of your people. Oh, shit. Because they want to run some of their own experiments too. And yeah, and another conspiracy, whether you're going to believe it or not, Dr. Stephen Greer claims that a lot of the abductions that have happened, basically it was us, the humans, trying to roleplay these aliens to cause fear and paranoia and to throw off and mix in false information and this and that, right? So there's also that aspect to it as well. Yeah, I mean, this rabbit hole goes very, very deep once you start digging into it. What is true, what's not? Maybe this is why they do that crap, because they don't want us to know the exact truth, because there's so much false BS out there that it gets very, very hard to know what's true and what's not true, right?
It just appeared. Emerged with us, dating back no more than 40,000 years. It just appeared, emerged without a connection to the past. The Nordics are consistently described as shorter than the tall blondes, but not short at all. From 6 to 7.5 feet normally, they are also more athletic, more physical. The tall blondes, on the other hand, are much taller, 8 feet and as high as 10 feet, even if their children remain between 5 and 6 feet through their 50 years of childhood and adolescence. They live to be 700 years.
Oh, they gotta play the NBA, man. Oh, don't let them play the NBA, because they're gonna beat all of us Homo sapien down, man. And that's what I'm talking about, right? The 3 feet tall, the 1.5 foot tall aliens. I guess we can pet them like a good old Chihuahua, you know. But these tall ones, I really hope these tall ones are not the carnivores, man. I hope their diet is vegan. Yeah, man, we'll hit them up with some vegan diet. We're gonna hit them up with vegan diet all day, every day, son. But the carnivore diet, oh, hell no, man. I don't want to be sitting in closer to a carnivore alien, though, you know what I'm saying? Unless I got a ray gun, though, so.
Years old, and they may not care for immortality because they live to be 700 years old, and they may 50 years of childhood and adolescence. They live to be 700 years old, and they may not care for immortality because they may have mastered the recycling of souls. What they have in common is reverence for Earth as a biosystemic wonder, and what it can provide for sustenance, nutrition, medicine, chemistry, and biological lab work and evolution. We already know this ourselves. We have been allowed to evolve, multiply, and live within this laboratory used by so many of our galactic neighbors, which is why multiple races inhabit the Earth in one capacity or another. Earth sits at an outer wingtip of the Milky Way galaxy. If you look at it with your bare eyes, up in the dark, clear sky of, say, Montana, you're looking inwards toward its middle. It's a galactic outpost for valuable resources. None of this is therefore about us, primarily, but since we're here, they must deal with us. It's important to understand this for all the reasons associated with trying to figure out motives, objectives, and reason when it comes to unexplained phenomena. And they both fret our acquisition of nuclear technology because we can't handle it. We don't know how to neutralize nuclear waste, nor can we reverse a nuclear fusion.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand why people started making them, or when I say people, I don't mean like you guys or us here. I mean countries started making them, because countries, right? Separate countries. If one make it, then yeah, that one country is gonna have all the power. So I understand why Russia made it, and then US had to up one notch, and then Russia was like, okay, hold up, we got the Tsar Bomba, and then the US was like, we got this, we got that, we got this, we got that, and all that. I get it, but it's like, bruh, we have more nuclear missiles and nuclear weapons. We have tons of them. We can blow over planet like 100 times over, and we're still gonna be left with some nuclear weapons. We got lots of them. I think it's really not a good thing to have it. But of course, nuclear energy, that's different. But in terms of the weapons, we can blow over planet hundreds of times over, bro. It's crazy the amount of weapons that we have in terms of nuclear weapons. But
fission or reaction. We only know how to explode. It's extremely dangerous and concerning, which led to a treaty in 1954 between Eisenhower and the Tall Blondes, where it was suggested we give up nuclear power altogether, a condition Eisenhower rejected in the early days of the Cold War with the Soviet Union.
Yeah, of course.
And it is also why UFO activity escalated dramatically since the 1940s.
But on the other hand, right, in a way, it's a good thing that we did not reject the idea. Here's why I say this. Is because what if these alien these alien twats were lying to us, right? Think about it this way, man. Maybe they were like, yeah, give up. Perhaps it was like that Russia-Ukraine thing where Russia was like, hey, Ukraine, gotta give up on them nuclears, okay? And when they did, Russia was like, hey, psych. Then Russia said, psych. What if they did a similar thing with us? What if we gave up our nuclear weapons, and these aliens were like, psych, now we're gonna invade your planet? What if, okay, I'm just saying, what if these alien twats did not invade us because we got nuclear weapons? But another counterpoint to this one is that we've had cases, and we've heard cases, encounters of these aliens alien twats coming down and disabling our nukes, right? We've heard like military men have talked about it too. It's a crazy thing that they have stopped nuclear weapons, and they have broken our weapon system down here at the military stuff, right? So yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know, bro.
When we acquired the nuclear skill set, the Nordics have been nicknamed the Watchers, as they remain passive observants. They are neutral in any circumstance, and their primary concern is Earth's ecosystem and its preservation. They try to influence and guide us on a spiritual level, and continue to do so. They're pale-skinned, mostly blonde-haired, but sometimes also reddish, with light-colored green or blue eyes. The tall whites are a highly intelligent species. They have incredible technology intertwined with psychic abilities, which they don't share with anyone because they don't trust anyone with it to use the.
But apparently Jake Barber came out, and this video is older than Jake Barber video, right? Jake Barber came out and he claimed to have been possessed by a feminine alien energy, right? He said that it made him cry because it was really, really powerful and it was really, really good. His words, not mine. I'm talking about the eyes wide open guy, the guy that never blinks, right? Jake Barber. So if his story is legit, holy smokes, it ain't no damn jokers, right? Because we hear about remote viewing, psychic abilities and all that. It is crazy, man. It is crazy. And it is said that the disclosure has begun. This disclosure started back in 2017 with the very first videos that they shared of these UFOs. I'm talking about Pentagon officially. Yeah, they revealed it on an official level. And they're saying disclosure has begun all the way back then. It's just the slow drip that we're experiencing right now, and that leads to frustration because people want to know the truth now and now and now, and they're like, you cannot handle the truth, you cannot handle the truth. Therefore they're like, slowly you're gonna get. But when you slowly give us that, for sure we're gonna have some false stuff mixed in with it too, and then it's like you do not know what to trust anymore, right? It's one of those things.
Their technology for the right reasons. They are slender and incredibly tall, but weaker physically. They're stoic and altruistic, and they are compassionate, but they're also impatient and absolute when it comes to their rules of engagement. They're extremely protective of Earth's environment. They have that in common with the Nordics. But the tall whites are greater interventionists. They will prevent us from irreversibly destroying this ecosystem, because we don't have.
If that's true, that's a very good thing.
Have the right to destroy it. It is not ours alone. The tall blonde's psychic powers means they can easily affect matter with mind control. It's the combination of psychic powers and technology that truly sets them apart. They're claimed to have a population base in Ganymedes, the largest moon in the solar system circling Jupiter. And their life supply is Earth, even as they don't consume anything that once lived, plants or animals. They produce their own biosynthetic nutrition. Tall blondes interact with humans through treaties, contracts, and collaboration. Nordics interact with humans through telepathy, dreams, and suggestion. But there are stories of abductions by the Nordics to their underground bases and their spherical spaceships, including those of Filipino Cardenas, Travis Walton, Herbert Schirmer, and George Adamski. The tall blondes revere family, loyalty, order, and rules of engagement. There's a story I've heard repeatedly from different sources that happened in the 1960s when a new guard arrived at Indian Springs with instructions not to cross certain territorial boundaries. When he still did, out of human curiosity, he came to observe tall blonde children at play on the surface of the earth near Indian Springs, Nevada. When an adult tall blonde saw this, he instantly killed him with his mind power at a distance. He stopped his heart from beating. It became a lesson to others to respect their rules, their boundaries, and their superiority. The Nordics have the easiest time blending in with humans, whereas the tall blondes cannot. For this reason, the Nordics are the original quote-unquote space brothers, as depicted in 1950s movies. And let's not forget, this is also why Hopis welcomed white settlers, because their own belief system included the existence of a pale-skinned race of planet.
What's a Hopi? What's a Hopi? I heard bozo, twat, hippie, yeah, I heard hippie, normies. Bruh. What's a Hopi? A guy that hopes? Hopium? A guy that has a whole lot of hopium? Is that what it is? Or that's a race of aliens? Included the existence of pale-skinned race off planet.
Both view the tall greys as malevolent, with an agenda that disregards humans simply as just another source of biomaterial, usable for their own species' hybridization benefit. Damn. But neither the tall blondes nor the Nordics view us in these terms, but more like an infant.
Okay, malevolent. Let me actually Google the definition. I believe that means something bad, right? I gotta Google it, man. Bruh. Having or showing a wish to do evil to others. Holy smokes. And you know what? This is consistent with Paul Haler, because Paul Haler also did claim that, I believe it's not mentioned in the video, or maybe it is, but I remember him mentioning some of them are good and some of them are bad. It makes sense. When you think about it, it does make sense. Just like how some of us humans are good and some of us humans are evil too. We can be evil too, right? It does make sense that some of them are probably not going to be that good, you know?
Benefit. But neither the tall blondes nor the Nordics view us in these terms, but more like an infant species, and a dawn of a new galactic civilization. To me, there seems to be a rule of engagement, guardrails of conduct. They may be broken once in a while, but they're never obliterated. This is why the concealment of all intelligent species present on Earth has by and large been successful to the degree they deem necessary. It follows a pattern of an ever so gradual, painfully slow reveal to show us they exist long before we know them, who they are, and why they're here, and how we relate to them and the rest of the universe. The clandestine influencing, the meddling with occasional mishaps, and random encounters, all in all, everything seems to follow a set of rules, a doctrine. It waits for us to be ready by way of knowledge and mental disposition, until one day, in a generation, we're deemed ready.
I don't know about that one. I want to show you guys this clip. Roll it.
We have a long history of UFOs, and of course, there's been a lot more activity in the last few decades since we invented the atomic bomb, and they're very concerned about that and the fact that.
And this video is, I feel like it's almost a decade old, if not more than a decade old. And in the last few weeks, man, we have way more sightings. It's like a compounding effect, right? That's how it feels like, but let's continue.
We might use it again, and because the whole cosmos is a unity, and it affects not just us, but other people in the cosmos, they're very much afraid that we might be stupid enough to start using atomic weapons again, and this would be very bad for us and for them as well. The first question you have to ask is, how many species are there? And I used to think there were, between 2 and 12. And Apollo astronaut Edgar Mitchell, who came to Toronto a few years ago and had dinner with us, agreed there was somewhere between 2 and 12. But the latest reports that I've been getting from various sources are that there are about 80 different species.
80? Nah, say psych right now. Now, holy, if true. I mean, 80 makes sense to me because listen, here's the thing, right? If, I'm putting a big if, guys, if what they tell us is true regarding there are billions of galaxies, and in each galaxy there are billions of planets, mathematically speaking, we gotta have somewhat. I mean, saying 80, that's very conservative. I would think that there's probably way more. And if this number 80 species is true, this is what I guess we think we know, but we cannot know everything, right? Meaning there's probably way more than 80. And this interview is very, very old, right? It's before he passed away. So now I wouldn't be shocked if we discovered more.
And some of them look just like us, and they could walk down the street and you wouldn't know if you ran, walked past one. And they're what we call the Nordic blondes, and also the tall whites, who were actually working with the United States Air Force in Nevada. They're able to get away with that. They had a couple of their ladies dressed as nuns went into Las Vegas to shop, and they weren't detected. And I have a friend who saw one of the men walking along the street, and somebody who would recognize that they were different, and he did. So they're those kind, and then there are the short grays, as they're called, and they're
like I wanna see them alien baddies, bro. Like I wanna see them alien baddies. So some of them do look like us, and they can blend with us, and they go to. Okay, so if true, man, that's crazy that some of them dressed up as nuns, and some of them went to a shopping mall.
Bruh.
They went to a shopping mall. So what did they buy with their alien money? They need to pay taxes. Where is your alien passport? I demand to see the alien passport. We demand to see your passports. Yeah, I'm joking, of course, but no, insane thought, bro. Insane, man. Insane. Hey, man, listen, bro. Come on, man. Aliens before GTA 6, I'm down for it, bro. Aliens before GTA 6, do I reveal? We deserve to know the truth. We demand answers. Do you demand answers? I demand answers. We demand answers. Do you demand answers? Let us know in the comments.
They're the ones that you see in most of the short grays, as they're called, and they're the ones that you see in most of the cartoons. They're have very, very slim arms and legs, and they're very short, just a little over 5 feet. And they have a great big torso and a great big a great big head and great big brown eyes. They don't want to tell us how to run our affairs. They have accepted the fact this is our planet and that we have the right to run it.
Hell yeah.
But they're very, very concerned. They don't think we're good stewards of our planet. We're not. We're clear-cutting our forests, and we're polluting our rivers and our lakes, and we're dumping sewage in the oceans, and we're doing all sorts of things which are not.
Yeah, we're polluting the planet. That's true, though. That's true. Jokes aside, that is true. So,
what good stewards of their homes should be doing, and they don't like that, and they've made it very clear. And as a matter of fact, they have given us a warning.
How?
And this has come from more than one source.
How have they made it clear? What have they done?
She went from saying nothing to how? Wait, what? Say psych.
Talked to people. One of the chaps I talked to about a month ago was interacting with them in 1974. He and his brother in Peru, and they were taken to Andromeda, teleported, and they were told what the people there think, and that we're really wrecking our planet. And in fact, that something dreadful is going to happen to it if we don't smarten up and change our ways. We spend too much time fighting each other. We spend too much money on military expenditures and not enough on feeding the poor and looking after the homeless and the sick. And that we are polluting our waters and our air, and that we're playing around with these exotic weapons, thermonuclear weapons and atomic weapons, which have such a devastating effect both on our Earth and on other areas in the cosmos, and they don't like that.
I mean, united we stand, divided we fall. Simple as that. Guys, check out this video on the screen, because apparently we had tons of videos in this one here, and apparently they did catch one of these twats on camera. Check out this video on the screen, and I'll see you right there.